Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Dear student, in last class we studied the concept of objectives of accounting, right? We studied the main objectives of accounting, what is the purpose of accounting, why a business organization need to maintain accounts, need to maintain the records to know the financial position. So in that maintenance of transaction, records of business transaction is the main first objective of business or accounting, and the next one is accounting. The main objective of accounting is to calculate profit and loss at the end of the month or at the end of the year. Entrepreneur wants to know the exact amount of profit or loss or the total expenses and revenues earned. Okay. So to know that, he has to maintain the proper records. So that is also one of the objective of accounting. And the next one more objective is depiction of financial position. Entrepreneur wants to know the exact position of business organization. That information he should provide to the interested users of accounting. Who are the interested users of accounting? There are a number of users are there. To take any important decision, they need this financial position of any company. It may be the customers, suppliers or investors or potential investors or employees or the financial managers or the owners of the organization. They all require the needed information about the position of an organization to take an important decision, right? So in this class we should study the advantages of accounting. What are the we know the objectives of accounting. Accounting also helps to many sectors. So it provides full information about the business transaction. The main purpose of accounting is what? The main purpose of accounting is to record the business transaction. Recording the business transaction. After identifying the economic events, that for example, cash means goods sold on cash. Goods sold on cash. An accountant find out that transaction as an economic event. That transaction is an economic event. He identified that transaction. After that, he measured that transaction. Then he record that transaction to know the exact afterwards exact sale or purchase, whatever it may be. So it records all the business transaction. Only economic events are recorded in the books of accounts. Non-economic events or non-economic events are not at all recorded in the books of accounts, or else the value of human resources or appointment of a professional, these all are not recorded in the books of accounts. Only monetary transactions are recorded in the books of accounts to know the exact business transactions. Okay, so it provides full information about the business transaction. What are the transactions are happened within the organization? All those transactions are recorded in the books of accounts. So at the end of the period, an entrepreneur can analyze all the transactions. Okay. Next one, it helps for comparison. Comparison is very important. The comparison of position with one organization or another organization, or comparison of accounting information with present year and the last year information. Last year we received, in the year 2019-20, business organization earned 10 lakh as profit. in this year how much, or in the year 2018 and 19 and 19 and 20. That comparison is very important for the improvement purpose. To analyze for the analysis purpose, this comparison is very necessary to each and every organization. This comparison may help the business organization to take any improvement decision or to take any better decision. Okay, so for that reason, accounting also helps the management for the comparison. Okay, and the next one is it helps to ascertain the financial position. Business organization require some of the needed information for analysis purpose. So this accounting provides all the necessary details to a business organization. How it gives the necessary information to the business concern? By recording all this transaction. By recording all those transactions which was happened, all the transactions are recorded in the books of accounts in a scientific manner, it means in a proper manner, then a business concern or the business entrepreneur can analyze each and every transaction correctly or properly, then he can analyze his financial position. So accounting helps to ascertain the financial position, whether the business is earning sufficient amount of profit or the business is suffering from loss. In the middle of the year or the proper time, it can analyze each and every position, each and every transaction and each and every achievement of an organization. So because of accounting, because of proper recording of the transaction, an entrepreneur can analyze his financial position. The next one is helps to know the amount due to others and due from others. Now we are able to know that each and every organization is involving with the activities related to cash, relates to transactions. So many transactions. The transaction includes cash transaction and credit transaction. If the transactions, all transactions are cash transaction, then there is dues from others or then there is no due to others. Getting my point? So here, one or other situation, a business organization need to borrow some money from others. Means from others means from any other individuals or any other institutions or any other individual entities, or it may be the specially identifiable entities. It has to borrow some money to run the business successfully or efficiently. So this recording of those transactions, say for example, our organization has to pay some amount to another organization, that is recorded, already recorded in the books of account. So at the end of the period, when we calculating the total, when we are preparing the financial statement, we get to know that what are the liabilities we have, what are the assets we have. Under liabilities, how many creditors, how much creditors amount is there, we can find out easily. So this accounting helps the management to know about the exact amount of due to others. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಯಾರಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ accounting provide ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ to the business organization. So helps to know about the exact amount of due to others and due from others. Okay. Next one, it helps the management to take decision. Each and every transaction means economic transaction which are identified, those transactions are recorded in the books of accounts in a proper manner. After that, at the end of the period, by analyzing those transactions, all information means at the end of the period, by preparing the financial statement, organization will find out the business position, that position or that information is required to many others, maybe the internal users or the external users, they require those information. Okay, so that by using that information, already I mentioned why that accounting information of an company is required to others to take any important decisions. Maybe the customers required accounting information about an organization. Suppliers need accounting information of a particular company. Why? Whether their credit worthiness is good or not, to check that. ನಾವು ಇನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೆದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೀಪೇ ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಸಾಲವನ್ನ ತಿರುಗಿ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪ್ಲೈಯರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಟು ಟು ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್. ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪನಿಯಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, to calculate that, to take the decision about that purpose, they required accounting information. And employees, owners, investors, all are required these accounting information. Why? To take important decision respect to their field. Okay, investors ge yake beku accounting information? Suppose X company is very popular company. Okay, at the end of the period, it achieves a lot, it reach peak. Okay, profit level another peak allide. So investors can take, say for example, I want to invest some amount in X company. So before investing, I should check the financial position of that company, whether that company can give sufficient return or not. ನನ್ನ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಕೊಡುವ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ಲೋ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಎನಿ ಹೌ this accounting information helps the management to take decision. Getting my point? So it provides full information, ella information. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದರ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಕಂಪನಿ ವಿತ್ 1 year or with present year with the previous year, or one company with another company. That is also, and helps to ascertain the financial position ಹೇಗೆ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಟು ನೋ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ಎಷ್ಟು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಯಾರಿಂದ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್. ಎನಿ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ರಿನೋವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸನ್ನು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಏನೇ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಾಗಿದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ to understand the concept of debit and credit. Once I mentioned that bookkeeping is the initial process of recording the transaction. Correct, right? Bookkeeping is the initial process of recording the transaction. It is also referred as the art of recording debit and credit aspect in a book called bookkeeping. In a books of account called bookkeeping. Then what exactly debit and credit is? See, these two terms are very, very important terms in the concept of accounting. Why? Because based on debit and credit only, each and every transactions are recorded in the books of accounts. Next class we will study the concept of types of accounting. There you will understand betterly what exactly debit and credit is. Here just see debit and credit. Debit comes from the Italian word debito. Italian word debito. The debito comes from the Latin word debito and debio. Okay, and which means owed to the proprietor. In next class we will study the concept of debtors and creditors. Debtors means, say already I told that each and every organization need to borrow some money from others. It means what? In the form of credit, we need to purchase some goods. From others. That term is considered as debtors and creditors. There, see here debit and credit are the two important terms, because see here, say for example, debtors are considered as asset and creditors are considered as liabilities. Debtors anta helidre namge inne yaru ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ if organization sold goods on credit to some other, then that term is called as debtor. So here debit comes from Italian word debito, which means owed to the proprietor. Here credit means, which comes from the Italian word credito and which comes from the Latin word credo. Okay, credo, which means to trust or belief. Before that, we should know the thing that is each and every transaction. We know the meaning of transaction. Transaction means an event which is a happening of consequences in a business organization. Event, say for example, purchase of goods, sale of goods, receipt from Mr. X, payment to Mr. Y. These are all the different transactions. Getting my point? In this, we should know one important thing. Each and every transaction affects two different accounts. It means each and every transaction have two different concepts. It means one aspect is take aspect, another aspect is give aspect. Another aspect is give aspect. Taking the benefit, giving the benefit. One side is taking the benefit. Say for example, just analyze the transaction. Goods sold to Mr. X, goods sold to Mr. X for cash rupees 10,000. Goods sold based on cash rupees 10,000. At that time, as a business organization, I received, means as an entrepreneur, here I received 10,000 from a customer. Customer received, he paid 10,000 and what he received? He received same value, worth goods. Correct, right? 10,000 ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ 10,000 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಷ್ಟಿನ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅವನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Okay, it means each and every transaction has two different aspects. One is take aspect and give aspect. Here see, every transaction must be exchanged for something, else of the exact same value. Say for example, 100 rupees chocolate ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. You are paying 100 rupees to the seller, to the shopkeeper, and you are receiving same satisfaction ಇರುವಷ್ಟು ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ 100 rupees ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ each and every aspect, each and every transaction has two different, means it must be exchanged for something else for the exact same value. Okay, 100 rupees ಕೊಟ್ಟು 10 rupees ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂವಿನ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಟೇಕ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, that account, that transaction affects two different accounts that we should know first. Okay, so every transaction must be exchanged for something else of the exact same value. See here, in this concept we should know that debit and credit are used by the bookkeepers or the accountants when recording the transaction. When recording the transaction, already I told that if shopkeeper records his day-to-day activities in a rough manner, can he analyze the exact amount of profit or sale at the end of the period? It is not possible. To know the exact amount of sale or profit or expenses, he should record the transaction in proper manner, in proper manner. For that, proper format is there to record the transaction. According to that format, he should record the transaction. Getting my point? So here also, this debit base, how an accountant can record the transaction in a proper manner? By using this debit and credit aspect. By using this debit and credit aspect, he can record the transaction in a proper manner. Okay, so here debit and credit are the two sides of accounting. Two sides of accounting. In the book in which debit and credit are recorded, that book is called as ledger. That in which book we record, we should record the transaction, that book is called as ledger. Debit and credit. In the book called ledger, we record the transaction based on this debit and credit concept. Ledger book is like this. This is classification. One is right side, another one is left side. Here we should total particulars, JF, again total particulars, date, particulars, JF, and amount. JF means journal folio. Here again date, particulars, again JF and amount column. Here two sides, one is debit side, another one is credit side. Debit side and credit side. Here left hand side we should record the debit aspect of a transaction. Debit aspect of a transaction, and another side we should record credit aspect of a transaction. So our right hand side credit aspect, our left hand side is debit aspect, like this. Left hand side and right hand side. Right hand side we should record the credit aspect, left hand side we should record the debit aspect of a transaction. And the very important thing is, each and every transaction should involving two aspects, that is debit and another one is credit. It means one aspect is taking aspect, another aspect is giving aspect. Giving the benefit and taking the benefit. So there are two important systems of accounting are there, that is single entry system and double entry system. Two types of accounting. Two types of accounting. One is single entry system. Single entry system. Another one is double entry system. Single entry system and double entry system. Now we know that each and every transaction affects two different accounts, two or more accounts. Maybe say cash sale affects cash account and sales account. Getting my point? Like that. Next class you will understood betterly. So we should understand before that we should understand the types of accounting also. There are two types of accounting, single entry and double entry. We know the meaning of bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is the art of recording debit and credit aspect of an account. Here single entry system means here only one aspect of a transaction is recorded. So see, just by recording one aspect, it may be the take aspect or give aspect. Can we analyze the correct position of a business organization? Never. So it is an unsystematic record of a recording of a transaction. It is not popularly used by the organization. So single entry system of accounting means it is a system of accounting. There only one aspect of accounting is recorded. Only one aspect, maybe the debit aspect or credit aspect. Say usually based on the single entry system only cash book is maintained. Only cash transactions are recorded in cash book. So if any credit transactions are provided or that facilities are provided by the organization, that transactions are not recorded in here in the cash book. So that is why the single entry system is called as unsystematic system of accounting. So according to the single entry system, only one transactions means only one aspect of a transaction is recorded, means taken into consideration to record that transaction. Same way here, double entry system. Double entry system was very popularized system of accounting. This was popularized by Luca Pacioli. He is also called as father of accounting. He popularized this system of accounting, double entry system of accounting. In the year in 1494, he published one book. In that book, actually that book relates to the fully science concepts are covered in that book, but a small portion of that book is about the bookkeeping and business, how the business concern can maintain business and how the business concern can maintain records based on the bookkeeping concept. So over the after that, this double entry system of bookkeeping was very popularized and many accountants are following this system. According to this system, both the transactions, means any transactions are affected. What are the transactions are affected? Here in take any transaction, that transaction affects two different accounts. It may be, say for example, cash sale, that affects to cash as well as sale. That both transactions, that both as effects also recorded in the books of accounts based on this system, recorded in ledger book. By recording all the aspects of the transaction, and business organization can find out the exact amount of cash sale, exact amount of credit sale, or the total purchase or the total sale can be found out by the organization. So that is why double entry system was very popularized system. Which effect means any transaction, each and every transaction affects different two or more accounts. All the aspects of the accounts are recorded in the books of accounts in a proper manner. So this is if any organization is following this system of accounting, then they can analyze correctly about their business position, or else they can find out the exact amount of profit or sale. This system is called as double entry system of accounting. In next class, we will study some other concepts of accounting. Thank you for watching this video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.